Welcome back, everyone, to Augmented Voices, where we explore the fascinating world of AI and human ingenuity and how they come together, from groundbreaking new AI tools to the evolving concerns around voice cloning.
It really is amazing to see how these advancements are not just changing technology, but shaping our understanding of what's even possible when humans and AI work together.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just jump right in. One of the stories that really caught my eye was about this Manus AI. It's being developed by a startup in Wuhan, China, and they're calling it the second DeepSeek, which, I mean, for anyone who needs a refresher, DeepSeek was that AI model that came out of nowhere and just shook up the entire, AI landscape.
Yeah, and what makes Manus AI so interesting is that it goes beyond those simple tasks like answering questions or generating text. It's actually designed to function as an autonomous agent, tackling complex projects with just minimal human input.
So it's less like, asking a chatbot for information and more like having like a junior colleague who can just take on whole projects.
That's a really great way to put it. Think about a task like compiling a list of influential figures in a specific field. Manus AI can break down that task. It can research individuals, analyze their impact, and even generate like a full report.
Wow, that's impressive. But what's really setting Manus AI apart from other AI tools is it's Manus's computer interface.
Yes, exactly. It actually allows users to watch Manus AI work in real time. You
Hmm.
can see its thought process, how it's breaking down the task, and even how it adjusts its approach based on the information that it finds. It's just a level of transparency that we haven't really seen before.
That's so interesting, that transparency in AI development, especially with all the concerns, about potential bias and unintended consequences. But it sounds like Manus AI isn't quite perfect yet. There's been some buzz about early user experiences being a bit inconsistent.
Yeah, that's true. While some testers describe it as being remarkably intuitive, and easy to use, others have pointed out that there are issues with its accuracy, particularly when it's dealing with more nuanced tasks or information hidden behind paywalls.
Ah, so it can run into trouble with those, tricky captchas designed to weed out bots.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense. I'm curious about its performance on some, like, real-world test cases. Did it handle anything particularly noteworthy?
Well, in one test, it was tasked with compiling a list of prominent tech reporters based in China. And the initial results were a little shaky, but after receiving feedback, Manus AI was able to refine its approach. And ultimately, it produced a much more accurate list. It also tackled a property search. But it struggled initially with understanding more vague criteria, like what exactly qualifies as outdoor space.
So it's a fast learner, but still needs a little guidance sometimes. Sounds a bit like training an intern, actually. And like any intern, it has its strengths and weaknesses. For example, it excels at that
Hmm.
structured problem solving. It's even outperforming more established AI agents like OpenAI's deep research and certain tests. But it can also get bogged down in those complex research tasks. This was seen in a test where it was asked to select nominees for MIT's Innovators Under 35 list.
Intriguing. It sounds like Manus AI is really pushing boundaries in
Yeah.
terms of what's possible with, AI agents. But there are also those valid concerns about its reliance on existing AI models and potential security risks, right?
Absolutely. It's sparking a debate about whether it truly represents a groundbreaking new architecture or just a clever, orchestration of existing technologies. And of course, any system that can access and control various online platforms, it does raise questions about security and potential misuse.
That actually brings us to another important topic in the realm of AI and human interaction: voice cloning. Consumer Reports recently released a rather unsettling report about security risks in several popular voice cloning tools.
And their findings really highlighted a concerning lack of safeguards against misuse. Many of these tools require minimal user verification, and they offer no real way to track the creation or distribution of cloned voices.
Which means it's alarmingly easy for someone to create a voice clone without consent and then use it for malicious purposes.
Precisely. We're already seeing examples of scammers using AI-generated voices to impersonate family members or even celebrities, and often tricking people into sending money or revealing personal information. This raises those serious questions about how we can even protect ourselves in a world where it's becoming increasingly difficult to distinguish between real and synthetic voices.
Yeah, it's a bit of a technological arms race, isn't it? As AI gets better at mimicking human voices, we need to develop, you know, equally sophisticated ways to verify authenticity and ensure security. Speaking of which, one potential solution comes from a bit of an unexpected source. Sam Altman, the very person behind OpenAI.
Right. Altman has launched this platform called World Chat. It's designed to be a secure, human-verified messaging app.
So this is like a direct response to the growing threat of AI-generated voice scams and just the general need for safer, online communication.
Yeah, it seems that way. World Chat integrates with World ID, which is a system that verifies users as real humans. It utilizes a unique identifier next to a user's name, along with a blue chat bubble, to visually indicate their verified human status.
Oh, that's clever. That's a clever way to visually distinguish real users from potential bots or AI-generated accounts. And of course, all conversations are end-to-end encrypted, so privacy is kind of baked into the platform.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. World Chat also integrates with the World App Wallet, which allows for seamless cryptocurrency transactions. This is part of a larger push to create this secure digital ecosystem for communication, identification, and financial transactions.
It's so fascinating to see how, concerns about AI misuse are actually driving the development of new technologies that prioritize human verification and security. But the impact of AI isn't limited to just communication and task automation. It's also making waves in healthcare, particularly in the field of obesity treatment.
You're referring to the research coming out of Stanford, where scientists have discovered a potential alternative to Ozempic using AI.
Yes, Ozempic has been making headlines for its effectiveness, but also for its, sometimes unpleasant side effects. And this new discovery, a molecule called BRP, it seems to offer similar weight loss benefits without those downsides.
Yeah, and what's remarkable is that researchers were able to identify BRP by analyzing thousands of human genes using this AI system called Peptide Predictor. Imagine trying to sift through all that data manually.
Yeah, it'd be like finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
It really highlights the power of AI to accelerate, scientific discovery. So how does BRP actually work? Is it similar to Ozempic?
While both target appetite regulation, BRP operates differently. Ozempic works on receptors in the gut, pancreas, and brain, while BRP focuses specifically on neurons in the hypothalamus. This targeted approach is thought to be why it produces fewer side effects.
That's fascinating. Not only did AI help discover this potential treatment, but it's also helping us understand how it works on a neurological level. I'm sure you're eager to talk about BRP's performance in trials.
Oh, the results are actually quite promising. In animal studies, BRP significantly reduced food intake and led to substantial weight loss, primarily from fat, without causing the nausea or muscle loss often associated with Ozempic.
So this could be a huge game changer, especially considering the the debate surrounding Ozempic and its potential long-term effects.
Definitely a development to watch closely. And while human trials are still pending, the research team has already launched a company to, move the process forward.
That's really great. Before we get too lost in the excitement, let's switch gears and talk about how AI is shaking up another industry, video games.
Yeah.
Sony has been experimenting with a prototype that brings AI-powered characters to life on PlayStation.
Can you imagine interacting with your favorite video game characters in real time, like having conversations that adapt to your choices and the game's events? That's the kind of experience they're aiming for.
It sounds incredible. So it's taking those interactive dialogues we're used to in games to a whole new level.
Absolutely. And it all starts with this leaked internal demo featuring an AI-driven version of Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West. In this demo, Aloy was able to have, natural-sounding conversations with players, complete with AI-generated voice and facial animation.
Wait, so she wasn't just reading pre-written lines. The AI was actually generating her responses in real time.
That's exactly right. They combined several advanced AI technologies to make this possible. They used OpenAI's Whisper for speech-to-text, which allowed the system to understand player input. Then GPT-4 and Llama 3 were brought in for, conversation generation. This gave Aloy the ability to create context-aware responses.
Like they're pulling out the big guns of AI language models. But what about the technical side of things, like making her voice and expressions believable? That's always a challenge with AI-generated characters.
Yeah, but they've got that covered, too. Sony's emotional voice synthesis, or EVS, is used for speech generation, giving Aloy a more natural and emotionally expressive voice. And for facial animation, they're using a technology called Mockingbird, which generates expressions that match the AI's responses in real time.
It sounds like they've really thought this through, from the underlying AI models to the finer details of, how she looks and sounds. It really makes you wonder what the future holds for AI-powered characters in games.
This prototype is just the tip of the iceberg. Sony's already successfully tested it on PS5, suggesting that this technology, could be incorporated into future game releases. And this isn't just a Sony thing either. Other companies are also exploring AI-driven game characters.
Right, like NVIDIA's ACE technology and Microsoft's collaboration with In-World AI, they're all working to create, more believable and engaging AI characters. And let's not forget Microsoft's Muse AI, which can actually generate entire game environments.
Yeah, it is mind-blowing to think that AI could potentially take on some of the heavy lifting in game development, allowing human developers to focus on, things like storytelling and gameplay mechanics.
It's like AI is becoming this creative partner, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in games. But it also raises some questions, about the role of human creativity and just the future of game development as a whole. Will AI just enhance human creativity or eventually replace it?
Yeah, these are important questions to consider. As we see AI being used in more and more creative fields, we do need to think about what this means for, the future of art, storytelling, and even like human expression itself.
It's a fascinating and complex topic.
It really is incredible to think about how AI is impacting those creative fields. Like, we tend to think of AI as being great for data analysis or, automation, but now it's being used to create art, write stories, and even design like virtual worlds.
Yeah, it really is blurring the lines between human creativity and, artificial intelligence. I mean, if
Right.
AI can design a game world, what's next? Will it be composing symphonies or writing, best-selling novels?
It's certainly pushing us to rethink what creativity even means. And, this isn't just about replacing human artists or writers. It's about exploring new possibilities and collaborations.
Yeah, that's a really important point. It's not about AI versus humans, right? It's about AI and humans working together. And I think this idea of collaboration is like a thread that runs through all the stories we've discussed today.
You're absolutely right. Whether it's Manus AI helping us manage those complex tasks or, World Chat ensuring safer communication or even AI-powered drug discovery leading to new treatments, it's all about finding ways for AI to augment human capabilities and solve those, real-world problems.
And it's not just about solving problems, right? It's about pushing the boundaries of what's even possible. Like those AI-powered game characters that we were talking about, they could completely change how we experience video games.
Imagine a world where every character you encounter in a game feels truly alive, with their own unique personalities, motivations, and even the ability to learn and adapt to your actions.
Yeah, that would take immersion to like a whole new level. It would be like stepping into a living, breathing world where anything could happen.
And that's just the beginning. As AI technology continues to evolve, who knows what kind of incredible experiences we'll be able to create. We could see games that are truly personalized, adapting to your individual play style and preferences, or games that blur the lines between reality and virtuality even further.
Yeah, it's both exciting and a little bit mind-boggling to think about, all the possibilities. And as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of augmented voices, I think that's the key takeaway. AI is a powerful force, but it's up to us as humans to guide its development and use it to create a better world.
It's about collaboration, responsibility, and a shared vision for the future.
So let's keep exploring these possibilities together, keep asking tough questions, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI and human ingenuity.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of augmented voices.
Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep imagining the possibilities.